Welcome, everyone. I know I am doing my first ever pop up live here on YouTube. However, there is a lot of things going on for controversial cruising as far as YouTube goes, traveling, some other things. So I have some special announcements to make on this live show. I figured, hey, even if nobody came, I fought for my day off. I have my day off, and I'll just use this as a update because I know a lot of you will watch this on the replay. So I'll talk for a few minutes because I know I didn't give any notice. I kind of just decided. I saw in PSV's live stream that there actually wasn't anybody live for this hour. So I said, hey, let me go live. First pop up. I have some thumbnails. Let's hang out with the cruising community, chat a little bit, and update you on what's going on for controversial cruising. So this is one of those days, if I have one of those days where you cannot get enough coffee. So today, this is my third cup of coffee here in Arizona. So it's only, it's 2:06, but 2:06. So I am still working on my coffee here. Let's see who has made it in. Again, not expecting too many people to make it in because I didn't notify anybody, and that is okay. So Cheryl, welcome on in from Cruising is Fun Anytime. Welcome on in. We also have Will G, who has made it on in. Welcome on in, my friend. Thank you. And again, I'm just using this kind of as an update for controversial cruising. I decided to hop on here a little bit. There is going to be a lot of things that are a little out of the ordinary this week and next week, since I will be traveling. So I figured this is a great time to pop on live, do a little Q&A for you guys for my upcoming cruise, also hang out and update you guys. So I see Just Cody has made it into here, my friend. Welcome on in, Just Cody. Hello to everyone here. So, as far as everyone's week ahead here, what does everybody have planned for their week before I share my very, very exciting week here in the cruising world? So, what does everybody have going on in the in their world here? I myself am heading out to Alaska, Seattle, actually, this week. And I will be boarding the Carnival Luminosa. I will be seeing one of my best friends on the Carnival Luminosa. So I am very, very, very excited for this. I do this maybe once or twice a year where I line up with his contract, matches with my work schedule, where I'm able to get some PTO, and I'm able to go down there or wherever he's contracted, for matter of fact, and hang out with him. This one just happens to be Alaska. So I will be heading to Seattle in just a few days here from Arizona, which is amazing because it is still very, very hot here in Arizona. Not 115 like it was in July, but we're still experiencing a little over 100. So it'll be kind of nice to get into a little bit cooler weather for Seattle, and then definitely a little cooler than that as far as Alaska goes. So that is what I will be doing later on this week, which is really, really cool. I'm absolutely excited. I have no expectations as far as Alaska. I have never been to Alaska. I have done maybe 35 cruises, give or take. This will probably be my 35th or 36th cruise all time. And this will be my very first Alaska cruise. I've gone to the Western Caribbean. I've gone to the Eastern Caribbean. I've done the Mexican Riviera. I've done Cozumel, Mexico and back. I've done Bimini, Bahamas and Nassau, Bahamas and back from Carnival Sunshine. And all of those are great, great cruises. But my buddy was pulled off of a contract that was actually going to visit the Western Caribbean, and I was going to see him on that ship, the Carnival Valor. However, he got placed on the Carnival Luminosa, and I said, what a great opportunity for me to go hang out with my buddy and see a place that I have never cruised to or never have been to before. So let's see here. Cruising is Fun Anytime says, looking for someone to be on my live Sunday is all I'm doing this week. Cheryl, I wish I was here. If I was here, I would definitely pop into the live because we definitely have to get on some live sometime and do a little collab. So looking forward to when that happens. Cruising Scene has made it in. Welcome on in, Cruising Scene. Thank you, thank you. Feeding Frenzy has also made it on in. Welcome on in, my friend. Thank you for taking some time and hanging out with us here. So, as far as my first announcement goes, I know a lot of people here in the chat, and I know a lot of people that will watch on the replay. Tune in to my Wednesday live with Bill and Warmstrong Adventures. However, this week, due to some traveling, we are going to be changing just the time. So, instead of our normal time, 4 and 7 o'clock, we will be doing a morning show at 7:30. So pick 7:30 here, PST, because that will be after our friends, the morning show with the Mustard Drill, Cruising is Fun Anytime, Eddie Lugo Studios, and J&S Adventures, which I watch every morning. So I wanted to make sure I'd be able to watch that before I went on myself. So 7:30 PST and 10:30 EST. In the morning will be Warmstrong Adventures and myself going live talking about 5 reasons to cruise now. That's right. Why wait to cruise? We're going to tell you the 5 reasons between us. So 10, you're going to get 10 reasons why cruising right now is the best time. So I hope you'll join us on Wednesday. I know I'll probably have another cup of Joe and another cup of coffee. Definitely another cup of coffee in the morning there at 7:30. So 7:30 PST, 10:30 EST for Warmstrong Adventures and myself, our weekly Wednesday live. We are just pushing it up just this 1 week due to some traveling issues or some traveling, not issues. So I hope all of you guys will join me here, and everybody that watches in the replay too as well. I will be posting it on Instagram and social media to remind everybody as well, with some great creatives to let you guys know that there is going to be a special time. I am very excited also about this topic because you guys can also tell how passionate I am about cruising, and to share the most passionate thing that I am about cruising is when I'm able to cruise with a buddy or a friend or a coworker or even a family member that has been thinking about cruising, has asked me about cruising, has been texting me, and is finally ready, and I'm able to take them on their first cruise or maybe their second cruise because they went before and they don't really remember it. But that is the thing that lights me up. I love taking somebody on that first cruise for them to see and just be like, lights me up. And then being able to, hopefully, if they follow me on a cruise with my buddy, be able to introduce them to my buddy and also introduce them to many of the ports, because most likely we'll be doing a Western Caribbean. I probably wouldn't take somebody that is a first-time cruiser to Alaska unless they requested that. However, just one of my most favorite things to do. So when I talk here and I get a little bit passionate, it's that really kind of drives all of this. That's why I started this YouTube channel, to voice out a little bit more how passionate I am about cruising, how passionate I am about vacationing, and how passionate I am about living here in the present, because we never know what tomorrow will give us, right? So if we wait to cruise, right, or we wait to vacation, it may never happen. So before I spoil anything on the show, that was just a little teaser. I hope you will join Warmstrong and myself at 7:30 PST AA, 7:30 PST AM, and 10:30 EST AM on Wednesday for our weekly Wednesday live. And bring your cup of Joe. So let's see here back in the chat. Cruising Scene, saying hello. Oh, look who made it in, Mr. Warmstrong Adventures. I was just updating Bill about our weekly Wednesday live here that will be in the morning. So go back and watch this here, and 7:30, 10:30 a.m. join Warmstrong and myself to 5 reasons why cruising now is the best time. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Just be there, or be square, as Warmstrong says. Let's see, y'all. Oh, our friends from the north, Mike and Rihanna Adventures, have made it in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Oh, of course he was. He was listening in the background. He always is. Give him that. That's for you, Bill. Listening in the background. So, yeah, I'm excited to talk about that. But as far as going to our second announcement, I know some of you have been tuning into the very new Thursday trivia with Embarkation Nation and myself at 3 o'clock PST, 6 o'clock EST. However, there are going to be some special timing there. This week is going to be that exact time, 3 p.m. PST and 6 p.m. EST. However, I am going to be alone with you guys in the chat. I will not be co-hosting or hosting with our Embarkation Nation. Embarkation Nation will be hosting, and they will have a very special co-host. I'm not going to let you know who it is, but I will let you know it is not the co-host that was a special co-host with me last week. That was Destination Fun. So that will not be Destination Fun. She will be with me in the chat, playing along and having fun as far as trivia goes. And I know at the end, Embarkation Nation will have a question about the trivia for the chat, because we had some discussions about expanding the trivia and expanding the trivia topics to maybe a little bit more than cruising. So we'll just leave that there. If you would like to tune in to the Thirsty Thursday travel trivia, bring your cold drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, does not matter, and join us for Thirsty Thursday trivia, travel and cruise trivia at 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST. You will see that on Embarkation Nation's channel. So go on over there. I will also be promoting it from my channel too as well, with links to their channel. And I'll be in there too as well. So let's see here. We have some more people pop on in as I expected, because I didn't let anybody know I was going live. Oh, my new friends, the Traveling Fools. Yes, yes, yes. I have some trivia of theirs on Sunday, actually. Traveling Fools, excuse me. Please share in the chat below when your trivia is, because I know that it is on Sundays, and I will be tuning into the next trivia, and I will be replaying the last trivia, because we had connected in the chat, and Traveling Fools seems really cool. So looking forward to connecting, Traveling Fools. Yo, yo, yo. See here. Oh, June, welcome on in, Aunt June. And that's what I call June now. She is now my aunt. And Brady is now my uncle. So that is just that. See here. Oh, there we go. Brady, you going to join the trivia from the Luminosa? I am going to join the trivia from the Luminosa. That is correct. I didn't want to be on there and kind of test the Wi-Fi on travel trivia and be lagging. So I just let Embarkation Nation go with it. I know that they are also on the hunt for watch hours, so this will be great for them to be hosting this as well. And I'll be there supporting. I'll be there giving some answers maybe in the chat. I won't be playing long, but I do know that they do have some really cool prizes from their latest trip in Maine. So the prizes will not be coming from me. The week after, on 8/31, I will be bringing back something from the Luminosa for the winner of 8/31. But 8/24 will be Embarkation Nation and a very special host at 3 o'clock PST, 6 o'clock EST. Brady and myself, probably just from my phone, will be in the chat and hanging out with you guys, and definitely drinking something cold, for sure. Oh, let's see here. Traveling Fools just shared this. Okay, most Sunday nights at 10:30 EST. So it's a pretty fun time. 7:30 for me, so I'll be there. Definitely hanging out. Is that all traveling trivia, Traveling Fools, or is it cruise trivia? Is it vacation trivia? Either way, I'm down. I love trivia. Let's see here. Patricia, Patrick, together we travel. Oh, did I miss somebody? I did. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Patricia Pax, I saw an itinerary for Canada and Greenland. Just curious to find out if that would be a good one to book. Well, that might be a good thing to ask Warmstrong Adventures here. I know he was looking at some Greenland cruises. Canada cruises, I don't really have too much information. I know we'll be visiting British or Victoria, British Columbia within this cruise itinerary that I am going on now. But in response to that, Warmstrong says Patricia Patrick, Together We Travel, is actually on that cruise right now. So Together We Travel is another content creator. So Patricia Patrick, if you want to check them out, it would be at Together We Travel. If you want to pop that down there, Warmstrong, that would be really cool for you guys to check out. And Greenland would definitely be one of those kind of like bucket list cruises, at least for me. One of those probably only go on once and just be in awe the entire time. Probably just like Canada or Alaska. Canada, so. Let's see. All random trivia, music, movies, geography, history. It's hard and super competitive. I like it. As you can see, I'm an Aries, so I am ready for competition. I will be there. Let's see. Oh, yes. So we were just finishing up on the travel trivia. So to end that there, Embarkation Nation will have some very special prizes from their latest trip that they will be awarding the winner. And I do want to let everybody here in the chat know that Cruise Vet Adventures is the 2-time reigning champ. So please, somebody dethrone Mike. So when I go to the post office, they don't just look at me like, oh, another package for Cruise Vet. Yeah, I want to send it to somebody else. Just joking, Cruise Vet. But please, somebody come and dethrone Cruise Vet next week and hopefully the week after too as well. And I will also have a wonderful and cool prize for the winner of 831. Now, 831, I know that there is going to be a special time for 831, but tune into that. I don't want to confuse you guys any further and give you guys too much information. So 831, I will be hosting. So look on my page as it gets closer after this week's trivia. So, and that there, hope to see you guys there with your cold drinks at 3 o'clock this week. And I will be joining you from the Luminosa. Says, sounds fantastic. I will check it out. Thanks. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Armstrong. Also just dropped that. Boom. Together we travel. Yes, yes, yes. Good friend of ours. Let's see. What do I have for my third announcement here? Let's reuse it. I tried, but I haven't done it. You know, sometimes trivia is just about, you know, participating, even if you don't know the topic. I have been trying, I will say, to make the trivia harder and harder. I started it with a couple base level trivias, but I know a lot of you kind of get the, you know, what MDR means or what gold it means on your Carnival State card. So I'm trying to get a little bit tougher, a little bit more competitive too as well. And I think the question that Embarkation Nation has at the end of this trivia will kind of open this up just a little bit too, as well as vacationing and land-based travel and things like that. So excited for that. I will see you guys there for travel trivia. My third announcement for you guys. I know everybody has been texting me and asking me and leaving comments. When is your next podcast? Well, I'm here to tell you. It is going to be this week. I honestly had no idea that it would take off like this. I had no idea that there would be so many people that would be wanting to listen to a podcast. Now, I will preface. Let me just talk about a little bit about the podcast here. The podcast is meant to be audio-rich content for those who are, let's say, I call rush hour, right? Not just rush hour as far as traffic, right? Rush hour in our lives. When we don't exactly have time to watch a live or watch a YouTube video for the video part of it, right? Because we may be able to listen to it. However, that's why I created this podcast, right? If you are cooking, if you are working on editing, if you are in rush hour, that is what my podcast is for. If you would like to listen about travel and cruising, I am here hanging out. I have my little ottoman here. I just put my feet up because it's not really about the video. So I don't really care too much about the video. It's all about audio rich. I have a very specific write-up that we're going to talk about. I have topics that we go through that we're going to talk about, trending topics and things like that as far as the podcast goes. But it's really just meant for a half an hour. Again, it goes super fast. A half an hour of audio-rich cruising content for your ears. You're meant to put the phone down and stream it, whatever you would like to do. And I know I premiere it, and I know there's a lot of people that end up showing up at the premiere, and I appreciate you guys. I show up to the premiere, well, pending that I remember, but I show up to most of the premieres and I see you guys there and you guys are watching the video. So I love you guys that are watching the video and I don't mind that either. So, but just let you know, I'm not going to be popping any like, oh, look at this image on the video, or hey, look at my shirt, or hey, there's going to be none of that because I don't want anybody looking technically at the screen, because the goal is for this section of my channel to be audio rich for those people that really need this in their life. The Rush Hour Cruising Podcast. That is what I'm trying to kind of cultivate there. So no matter how you consume the content, I just want to let you know I appreciate it. I have been getting so many comments, so many messages, so many DMs about when the next podcast is. So before I leave this week, I will record another episode for the Rush Hour Podcast, and we will hang out for a half an hour. I will premiere it and I will be there, and I appreciate every single one of you. I promise, there is another podcast coming out this week. There has been so much content between the Moss, Margaritaville at Sea, which I just went on, the upcoming Luminosa, and also getting everything and all of the ducks squared away for the lives that I normally do, because we want to keep those things going when we are on vacation. So a little bit more preparation into those things, making sure that things are lined up as far as thumbnails and write-ups and things like that that are done ahead of time, so things stay in place. Because you guys are starting to come to the show, and you guys are expecting us to be there at a certain time to put on a show and put on a production, and we want to do that for you because the numbers are showing that you guys are loving it. The podcast, the weekly Wednesday show, and even the Thirsty Thursday trivia, which I actually thought almost tanked last week and ended up doing better than the first week. So you guys are really, really enjoying it. So thanks for coming in, Cruise Nuts. I saw you. Just come on in. Welcome on in. Cruise Nuts, I am using this as kind of like an update in what is going on this week in the week of controversial cruising, because there's a lot of things going on. So I updated. We are on announcement number 3, and a new podcast episode is coming this week. I won't tease exactly what the subject is or what the topic is, but you'll see it on my page as far as podcast goes. Pop on. So appreciate all you guys that really are wanting that podcast and requesting it, and I have another one coming up soon. So thank you, and cheers to you guys. So, and also too, I just want to let you know, I had no intention of, I don't know how long this live is going to go. So it could go another 3 minutes. It could go another 3 hours. I'm just here. We're just chatting. Also, if anybody has any questions about my upcoming cruise, about myself, about my channel, about anything, please put question before. It really helps me kind of look through the chat and see the questions so they can pop them up there. Pop up question. And if you have any questions for me about anything, we'll definitely answer them for you, as long as they're not, crazy, creepy, or personal or anything like that. Destination Fun, welcome on in. I decided to do a pop-up live here. I saw this was going to be an hour that nobody was on. I know that there was a lot of confusion. I know on your live I might have confused you about the live times this week and going live, so that's why I wanted to just hop on here, update everybody. I know a lot of people will watch this on the replay because a lot of people are at work, but I just wanted to update everybody with the times, the days, and the things that are going on and what to expect from my channel in controversial cruising and all of the different lives that I have going on each week. So that is the focus of this live, and a Q&A too as well, if anybody has any questions. Are you getting on the Wi-Fi on the Alaska cruise? I am. I am. I will definitely be on the Wi-Fi. I was tossing up kind of doing the days, but then I was kind of doing the days as far as, okay, Wednesday got to be live, right? I'm gonna be live. Thursday, also Sunday, kind of want to watch the Traveling Fools trivia. So I think I'm just gonna get the whole package. Yeah, I'll buy that tonight or tomorrow or something like that, and pop it on. I think it's smart, Brady. I think it's gonna be smart. Otherwise, I'm gonna be spending 18 or $22 a day, and it's just should have just bought the package. But yes, I am getting the Wi-Fi package on the ship. I usually do anyway, most of the time. So, and what I have here, let's see. Well, I just got an email on my phone that said, "Welcome aboard." Well, soon. What is the next topic here after the podcast? Oh, when is my next cruise? I know a lot of people have asked that, including Just Cody had asked me when my next cruise was. So my next cruise is actually after the Luminosa cruise. I know everybody here knows Luminosa soon, a couple days. However, after that cruise, my next cruise is going to be on the Carnival Valor in November. It is actually the very first ever controversial cruising group cruise. My friend and myself will be on board. I think I also have four other cabins, four other couples going as well. So it's going to be a fun cruise. I set this all the way back in like May when I was seeing group cruise. I didn't even really know what they were. It's not through a travel agent. It's not through anything. So if you want to know the dates, most of you guys are in my Controversial Cruising Facebook group. I am posting it there. It is November 9th through the 13th on the Carnival Valor. Pretty cheap cruise. I picked that cruise in particular because there's only a 4-day cruise that goes straight to Cozumel and back. And I am taking a first-time cruiser. Again, one of the things I'm most passionate about. I'm taking a first-time cruiser who used to be a coworker of mine, and it's going to be a great cruise. Unfortunately, El Jefe will not be there, but we're still going to make the best of it, and it's going to be a great cruise. It's going to be a very slow cruise, so if you are thinking about cruising, if you want to go on a cruise that goes really super slow, goes to a very fun port, have some friends in Cozumel that we can hang out with, and go on back to New Orleans, let me know, because that is going to be my next group cruise. I will also be meeting up with some cruise YouTubers too down in New Orleans, because New Orleans is probably my favorite port to go out of all time as far as Carnival goes. It is so much fun the night before, going out on Bourbon Street. I know the Traveling Gilberts live close to there, so I'm going to be linking up with the Traveling Gilberts, hopefully Megs and C's, hopefully a few other content creators that will be down there around the same time. Hopefully we're going to have a little meetup down there. They will not be going on the cruise, but I will be hanging out with them, getting on the cruise. And if you're looking for a fun little 4-day cruise that's inexpensive, come on the Carnival Valor, message me, hop on in on the Facebook group, and it's actually pinned right up on the top. So Mike and Rihanna says, what ship are you going on for your Alaska cruise? I am going on the Carnival Luminosa out of Seattle, Washington. So I will be taking a short little flight from Arizona to Seattle, Washington, and I will be vlogging the entire way. I will have a vlog pretty much almost every single day. Probably not at a repetitive day, probably jam that into 2, but I'll be putting out vlogs for every single day, especially Seattle, because I want to go catch that fish. I'm excited about that. Brady, we're going to catch a fish, Brady, with our hands. Uncle Dave, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hello to each other. Oh, let's go to the mouse. Yes. So that is going to be my next cruise after the Luminosa. I am excited. My friend Keone is going to be coming along as a first-time cruiser, and I cannot wait to show him everything great about cruising. As you guys know, most of you guys in the chat have been on many cruises, and it just lights me up to be able to take somebody on a first-time cruise that has never been before. And he actually came knocking on my door. When I was looking for a roommate for this cruise, he came in like 2 minutes. He was like, hey, I want to go on a cruise. I know you've been kind of talking about his nut. I'm ready. I said, okay, Sent me the deposit that day. Okay, I guess he's serious. Zoom around. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I know. I want to go on the non so bad. I'm trying to find a roommate for that. I was going to end up going with one of my uncle's friends, but he ended up backing out. He had some family things going on, but he was just going to go on as like to split the room cost. But I can't afford that by myself, and I don't even know if I can afford it with a roommate. So we'll see. If it is, it's going to be a very, very long shot Hail Mary when I get back from the Luminosa, if I like hit the lottery or like find some money or something. And Betsy from Beats Please still has a room for me. So cross your fingers though. It's not over till it's over. Yes, I cannot wait to meet you guys on the Booze 2.02 as well. Reminds me I have to put that deposit down this week. But I'm definitely going. That and Cluck's group cruise too on the Utopia next year. I will also be on that one as well. You're taking a first-time cruiser out of New Orleans. Let the shenanigans begin. Yes, that I think that was part of the reason why he wanted to go. He asked me where we were going to be going out of, if we were driving or flying, and I told him New Orleans. And it was just like, I've never been to New Orleans. It's probably my favorite port. I've been out 14, 15 times. I know it like the back of my hand. And it is an amazing, fun time. Get ready to basically go on a 5-day cruise, because the day that we get there, we're going to check in, we're going to shower, get ready, whatever, and out to Bourbon. Who knows what happens after that? What happens in New Orleans stays in New Orleans. I don't know. I took that from Vegas. For real. Uncle Dave can probably attest, and I'm sure a few of you in the comments can probably attest if you've ever been to New Orleans, even if you weren't cruising, because New Orleans is just a fun time in general. I've been there to cruise, and I've been there not to cruise, so it's just a really fun time. So that is my next cruise. I know some other people are filtering in here. That is my next cruise, the Carnival Valor, November 9th through the 13th, 4-day cruise going to Cozumel and back. So super slow for anybody that is looking for a budget cruise, anybody that is looking for a first-time slow cruise, anybody that is looking to cruise with me for the first time. Come on to Controversial Cruising, first ever group cruise, November 9th on the Carnival Valor. And yes, Bourbon Street is a blast. Bourbon Street will literally eat you up and swallow you alive. It's amazing. And I will definitely be going to patios. I'll definitely be going to Drago's for seafood. I'll definitely be going to get a po' boy. I usually try to go to a different po' boy place every single time to try all the different po' boy places. So I can't wait. Po' boys are probably my favorite thing in New Orleans. If it was a Pavlov thing, you'd be seeing me like drooling from the mouth. And let's see here. What do I have? I think, yeah. And that's all I have. I'm not leaving, but I mean that's all I have on my list here. I do have a few special thanks, but I'll save that until I'm going off. But I don't have anything else in my write-up. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know in the chat. I do appreciate all of you guys. If you go back here, it's not too long of a live, but if you go back, you can see some of the times that I've updated as far as my traveling plans here and my weekly Wednesday lives, my weekly Thursday, Thirsty Thursday trivia lives, and some times and some things that will be changing due to going on the Luminosa this week. So I also want to ask too as well, if anybody wants to see anything specific in the chat about Alaska, about the Luminosa, please let me know, because I want to listen to you guys as far as the content that I'm creating. Of course, I like to create the content from nothing to as well on a blank canvas, but I also like to listen to my audience, and there's 16 of you guys here. So if there's anything that you guys are curious about Alaska, about the Carnival Luminosa, about having a best friend that works on the ship as far as Savio, I know I asked him that if I can maybe do a little interview with him where I don't ask him too in-depth questions, but at least you get to know who Savio is, El Jefe. I mean, I'm open to all of it. I'm open to all of it. So, see, Uncle Dave says, you already know. I'm from here. I'll put you on some good food and you get a good hand grenade. That's right. Oh, the first time I ever had a hand grenade. Ooh. Oh boy. I don't even think that night ended very well, Uncle Dave. Yeah, I don't think that was probably the first or second time I ever went to New Orleans. And somebody was like, "Want a hand grenade? What's a hand grenade? Why is it neon green?" It's like, "Just drink it." Okay. Yeah, after that, I don't remember too much. But anyway, yes, hand grenades. Oh yes, yes. The recommendation for Janelle, my good friend over in Jamaica. So if anybody is traveling to Jamaica on a cruise, or not even on a cruise, if you're in Ochos Rios or Montego Bay, I know she expanded now. She is a wonderful, wonderful tour guide. She makes you feel so safe. She takes you to the best lunch spots and tours you around the entire island for about uh, $40 ish if you tell her that you know me, because I kind of have sent a lot of people her way and she definitely appreciates that. I have gone on 3 of her tours now. 2 of them were kind of the same, but she kind of made them different. I brought different groups of people each time. And again, Mike and Rihanna have been talking to her because next year we will be cruising to Montego Bay, Jamaica together on Eddie's Booze Cruise. And I will definitely be seeing Janelle. I already told her that I'm setting up a kind of excursion for us to go out in Jamaica, as long as nobody else has. I don't want to step on anybody else's toes, but if nobody else is doing anything, or a small group of us want to go on an excursion with Janelle, she is all for it, and I am all for it too. I will be there, drinking beers in the back of her van because she allows that. In Jamaica, they don't care. Mon, they don't come. Let's see. But yes, if anybody wants to reach out, I have her link. Where do I have her link? I have her link in one of my videos, but I will definitely try to share it there. If anybody quickly has her link, Mike, if you have her link to the Facebook group, you can drop it there. She has a wonderful Facebook group, and there has also been some pretty awesome YouTubers that have traveled with her too as well. I know Nautical Nurse Nancy has done an excursion with her just by the pictures. She hasn't told me that, but I looked at the pictures. It's her phone. Yes. So, and a couple other YouTubers too have done some tours with her. So she is well renowned and she is definitely safe. So I know Jamaica is one of those ports that kind of gets the bad rap, but if you know somebody good, they'll take care of you. Definitely. Oh, the Jamaica cruise. So the Jamaica cruise, June, is going to be next year, October 28th. It would be at Eddie Lugo Studios, Booze Cruise 2.0. They call it BOOS, Booze, like scare, boop, Booze Cruise 2.0. Because there is a 1.0 this year that I will not be able to go on, but 2.0 I will be going on next year, and that goes to Montego Bay. I'm trying to remember the video. I hear the Mike and I hear the jingle tune and video that Eddie plays every time I think of his Booze Cruise. So it's Montego Bay, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, Cozumel. I don't know, but yeah, I think there's 4 ports. So, oh, Key West. Key West is definitely one of them. Key West, Montego Bay, Jamaica, and I think Cozumel. But those 4 be super fun. I am definitely going on it. As soon as I heard it was over Halloween, that is one of my favorite times to cruise, even though it's, I know, hurricane season, but I have cruised maybe 8 times on Halloween, and they have such a great Halloween night where everybody gets dressed up. And another thing that I love doing is dressing up for Halloween because I'm like a little kid at heart and I love going around. I've been Leslie Chow. I've been The Rock. That Rock was really good. Actually, Leslie Chow was really good too. I had the whole belt. You can see it on my Instagram. I had the whole belt and everything. I had The Rock's tattoo, like exact tattoo, temporary tattoo. It's pretty cool. It's the Wolf of Wall Street one year, and I had fake $100 bills that I was throwing like that off the balcony, not the balcony, off the atrium. So yeah, that was fun. I really like cruising during Halloween. So I will not tease who I'm going to be this next year on the Booze Cruise, but you want to, I will send you the info. You're one step ahead. Yes, I will send you guys the info for sure. For sure. I would think I was telling Brady too. That was the one that I was looking at the other day. He was asking me for some dates for next year, and I definitely threw him that one. So yes, Montego Bay, Key West, and Grand Cayman. So three. And Grand Cayman is another great port. I probably top three. Top three. Grand Cayman is probably top three for me. I love 7 Mile Beach. I love Calico Jacks. If it's called Calico Jacks anymore, I'm not sure if it is, but I love Calico Jacks. Their staff is always awesome. Their drinks are great. Nobody bugs you over in Grand Cayman. It's just, oh man, like it's amazing. I can't even explain it. It's just such a serene place. You get to outlook. Everything is free. Not everything, but I mean, like the 7 Mile Beach is free. Nobody's charging you to sit on chairs. Nobody's charging you for umbrellas. Nobody's walking around asking you to buy bracelets, which is all well and good. Don't get me wrong. You go to these places, you want to support 100%. But it's also nice to go to ports like Grand Cayman where you can kind of just go out, lounge chair, 7 Mile Beach, and just be like, coconut shrimp, a little Corona or something. Oh, now you got me going. You got me going. Yeah, I like those ports too. Another reason why I was going to. I mean, so there's 3 reasons why I'm going on that cruise. I'm going to meet everybody. I'm going for the ports, right? And I'm going because it's on Halloween. So I mean, it's kind of like the 3 worlds collided now. And I know Warmstrong and myself did a live on this a few weeks ago. But one of the main reasons why I cruise now is for the people. I have been to so many of the ports as far as 35 cruises go. I've been to so many ports and on so many ships that right now my main goal as far as YouTube, since I'm trying to grow my YouTube and I'm trying to grow my audience and my channel, right, is going on these cruises with other YouTubers and other like-minded individuals, right, to meet them and brainstorm and kind of pick their brain and see what's going on, right? Because I've been to the ports, I've been to the ships, right? I've been able to experience that. This is kind of like that next chapter for me as far as my cruising journey goes. And that's why Bill and myself and everybody that you pretty much talk to in the cruising community says everybody is at a different point in their cruising journey. Right? You may be a first-time cruiser who knows absolutely nothing and needs somebody like myself, right, as guidance, somebody like Bill, right, as guidance, saying, hey, I've been on 35, 45 cruises. Come on, I've got you. And then you can go off and go by yourself, because I've done that with so many of my friends that now cruise with their families, now cruise with their wives, now cruise with their girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it may be, right? And I've cruised with them at one point, and we've shared memories. I can go back in my phone and look them all up. But now they can go out and enjoy cruising because they dipped toes in it and gone before. So, oh yes, thank you, Sherry, for sharing that Facebook group for the Booze Cruise. I am in there too. Super, super fun group too. Thanks, Sherry, for dropping that Facebook group. Yes, thank y'all. That's my meet people port. That's my watch people port. Oh man. Besides my friend in Cozumel that I hit up every time, she'll take me to a bar or whatever. We'll go out to eat, and she'll drop me back towards the port. She usually has work. But then I'll sit at Fat Tuesdays, and I will just watch people. Oh man. It is a time from the pole to the ring-a-ding ding dong. You know what I'm talking about. If you ring-a-ding ding dong, that, right? And everything. I mean, everything that is going on there, as it gets later into the afternoon, it just gets more and more and more and more wild. Guys dancing on the pole, girls dancing on the pole, oh my God, creatures of all types dancing on that pole. They're going around, they're making noise. It's a fun time. And everybody is also quite drunk, let's just say, because it's Cozumel. So I absolutely love Cozumel. It's more of my watch people. After I go and hang out with my friend, it's definitely watch people because it's fun. You really get to really watch people in Cozumel. That's for sure. You're welcome. Eddie's Booze Cruise, and then I'm going on to as well. I think I'm choosing the first leg I know this is going to be Utopia next year, Utopia of the Seas, which is a Royal Caribbean ship. I know all of you are like, oh, well, I thought you cruise Carnival. Well, here's another opportunity for me to go out and hang out and meet some other cruise YouTubers. Mike Clock Family Adventures has a group cruise as well, going from September 13th through the 20th. It's actually a back-to-back, so you can either choose the first leg, the second leg, or both of them. I believe I'm going to choose the first leg. I've gone in between the first, the second, both, and back and forth. So I'm going to be on at least one of them, hopefully two, both. If I can afford it and get the time off, I'll be on both. But either way, it's looking like the 13th or the 16th for me. Either way, I'll be there. Utopia of the Seas, once it is floated out and once it makes its maiden voyage, will be actually the biggest cruise ship in the world. I'm excited. There's probably like 7 cities I read. I did a little YouTube video on it. I think like 30 bars, 20 restaurants, something like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited. And again, I'll get to meet Clock. I'll get to meet everybody else that is going on. Eddie's going on there. I know there's so many other people. Not Mike and Rihanna. There's so many other people going on there. I can't name them all. I think Bill's going on there too. So it'll be a fun year of cruising next year for sure. You got to make it back. Yes, definitely got to make it back to pier runners. That's where some of the most famous pier runners come from Cozumel. And I actually made a funny meme about that when it's just 4:20 and you got a board at 4:30 and it was a guy just running, because how many times have we seen that, right? Ship time versus land time versus what time versus drunk time versus Corona time, right? You don't know. You look at your watch and you're like, uh-oh, right? And then you just start running back and then everybody's filming you from the ship. So some of the most famous pier runners have come from Cozumel, Mexico. Whether it's Fat Tuesdays or whether it's Three Amigos, we'll never know. But they do surely come from somewhere, that is for sure. But good point. Oh, yes, thank you very much. Destination Fun, Utopia of the Seas group cruise. So yes, there's another group cruise. So these are all the cruises in the next year that I will be on, indefinite. There are some that I may end up being on because I find some extra money or I find a roommate like the Non. But the ones that I have named, Eddie's Booze Cruise next year, Utopia of the Seas, and my own at the end of this year are basically my 3 next cruises after the Luminosa that are technically planned right now. Oh, that's right, Mr. Sancho's and the Pier Runners. I've only been to Mr. Sancho's once, way back in the day, and I actually never went back. I didn't have a bad experience, but I just figured that I can do everything at Mr. Sancho's that I wanted to do, either with my friend or closer to the port. I don't know. I went to Mr. Sancho's. It was cool. It was fun. I had a great time. I really don't remember what happened after that. I know Mr. Sancho's got me really, really drunk. I had a really great time. But it was kind of one of those things where you go once when you're in your mid-20s, maybe twice, and I don't know, find other things to do. For me, in Cozumel, but Mr. Sancho's is definitely a great time, and a lot of where the pier runners come from if they're not coming from Senior Frogs or Three Amigos over there. Let me know if any of you guys have any other closing questions. Also, if you guys want to drop any of your lives or any of your links, I don't have Mr. Nightbot yet. He is an upgrade waiting in the wing. So this is kind of, if you want to promote yourself or let anybody know when you're going to be live, let us know what the week ahead looks like for you, because I know I have so many content creators in here, like Cruise Nuts, Destination Fun, Uncle Dave, Michael and Rihanna. So I know a lot of these people are pumping out content, Traveling Fools. So again, guys, share your links, share your lives, let everybody know so we can connect. That is, again, how we grow the best, when we connect. So I also do want to, before we end up getting off here, I do want to make a few special thanks here to some special tags that have been mentioning me, as well as kind of going back and connecting. And I just want to thank them here in a little shout out. So special thanks to VS Speaks Royally. Thank you so much. You have shouted me out a couple times here within the last weeks. I have made it into some of your lives, and I cannot believe how many people tune in to the royal family. I mean, if you go to VS Speaks Royalty's live, there's like 200, 300 people in her live. And I mean, she's got the personality. She stays very on topic. She doesn't veer. I mean, you can see exactly why she has so many people following her and so many people hopping into her lives, because her content is on point and really, really good. So VS Speaks Royally, thank you so much. Another creator too that I want to shout out, I am Betty J Gathers. I have been nonstop in contact with her, connecting. We are working on doing a live maybe on her page, a little bit of energy live, stress. How do we handle stress in our lives? Not going to put that on my page. Betty. It's just because I don't think it's going to fit on my page, and I think it's going to be a great topic for Betty's page. So we've been talking a little bit about that. So that is coming up. Betty, thank you so much for being such a great supporter. I love watching your lives on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the morning, 6:30 here. I know for me, PST, but I know it's 9:30 EST. So if you guys really want a high energy live and somebody there that is going to lift you up when you kind of feel those blues, Betty's your lady. So make sure to tune into one of her lives. Thank you so much. Who do we have next? Oh, Just Cody. Just Cody, thank you so much. You have been everywhere. I mean, everywhere. In everybody's live, from Destinations Fun Live to Clocks Family Adventures to Cruise Vets, Eddie Lugo Studios, The Morning Show. I mean, dude, you say that you are sorry because you're working and can't make them live, but I see you in every live. So you're everywhere, man. So thank you so much for supporting. You've left some really heartfelt comments on my videos too as well. I know that you are watching all my videos. Thank you so much. A great shout out to a great supporter in Just Cody. And another one, The Astute Tourist and Jimmy, another morning show that I actually set my alarm here in Arizona for 3 a.m. to catch The Astute Tourist. And I know some of you would say, well, you're crazy. We already know I'm crazy. Yes, I'm crazy. However, if you ever tuned in to Jimmy's show, The Astute Tourist, you would understand why. He goes over so many interesting topics, right? And he drew me in the very beginning, right? I was watching and I was just supporting. But, right, he kind of drew me in. And as I woke up and I was watching on the replays, right, I started to set my alarm to watch him live because his show is really that good. And I'm not just going to wake up at 3 in the morning for anybody. So Jimmy, I mean, hats off to your show. Your This Week in History is awesome. I love waking up with a cup of Joe, even though most of the time it's not with a cup of Joe for me, but I usually end your show with a cup of Joe. So thank you very much, The Astute Tourist. Great, great show. Let's see here. Oh, I want to say hello to Keisha H, another wonderful supporter. Hello, hello, Keisha. Thank you for coming on in. This was kind of just an update on what's going on in Controversial Cruising's life this week. Everybody sharing there. I was a peer runner last February from a cruise I wasn't even running. Oh man, that's great. That's great. Everyone's sharing their links too. Awesome, awesome. Everybody continue to share those links. And let's see, who do I have left up next? Oh, Lovey's Fat Life. Lovey's Fat Life. Another great friend of mine. I enjoy his lives on Thursday nights. I believe he will be back on at 6 p.m. Don't quote me, but I know he does go live every Thursday night. He has some really great content on the ship he was just on, the Carnival Sunshine. I also sailed on that ship twice in the last year-ish, so I know exactly what Lovey's videos are kind of like, and I'm kind of reliving my time on the Carnival Sunshine myself. So Lovey, I'm enjoying a lot of your videos, enjoying connecting too as well. And if you guys want a really fun live, hop in there at 6 o'clock on Thursdays for Lovey's Fat Life. Let's see, who do we got next? Oh, PSV Odyssey, Paul, PSV Odyssey. Thank you very much. He does a wonderful, wonderful job of updating the cruising community every single day with the lives of every single creator, well, not every single creator, but the creators that do their due diligence of doing the right thing, sending him thumbnails, being very nice about it, and he gets them on a certain list every single day to kind of let the cruising community know who's going to be live. So Paul doesn't have to do this. He does this every single day. He's got a wonderful Facebook group that updates you with this list. He pins it up at the top. So Paul, I've been on that list a bunch of times. Paul, thank you so much for everything you do, and thank you for being a great supporter. And to piggyback that, one of my moderators, Megs and C's, thank you so much for being a great supporter, being a great mod. You are literally everywhere. I see you in everybody's live, being a mod, being such a great presence, and not taking any BS. So thanks again, Megs and C's. See, and last but not least, Danny from Griswold Family Vacay. So he was the one who introduced me to Kahoot a few weeks ago. I do go on his trivia. I believe it's Saturday nights trivia with Griswold Family Vacay. He does so many different topics, not just cruising, not just travel. It is so expanded. It's so much fun. He has at least 2 or 3 people up on the panel. Keeps it very fun, very engaging, and always listens to his audience as far as what topics are going to be for next week. So I really like that about Danny's show. Danny's a great creator, and thank you for introducing me to Kahoot, Danny. And anytime that I can, I am going to be in your lives and also watching your videos. So that pretty much wraps up my special thanks. Thank you also to everybody else who has been nonstop supporting too as well. Everybody here in the chat who just decided to come on in unannounced. Thank you. Anybody who decides to watch this on the replay for the little update, thank you very, very much. And let's see here. Everyone just thanking Bill. Thank you, Bill. Also, Warmstrom Adventures, a wonderful, wonderful mod for my channel. He is my partner in crime as far as lives go. So I have done a weekly Wednesday live now for 6 weeks with Warmstrom Adventures. So again, hopefully you'll tune in to us this week at 7:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m. EST on Wednesday with a little bit of coffee for our chat. If you can find that link somewhere, Bill, and you want to drop that, please drop that. If you want to drop your link, please drop your link. And hopefully after Alaska, I will have a little buddy called Nightbot, so you guys don't have to continue to do this. But still, you'll still find people that are willing to connect, and we'll still click on the link and definitely find yourself some new friends. So thank you, everybody here. Let's see, one more thing. Let's see what pop some of these up here. If you want your link dropped, please type cruise. Okay. I only got 1minute and 40-something seconds to make it to an hour, so I'll make it to an hour. Let's see. I have a snorkel excursion video premiere at 6 p.m. Central today. Okay. So everybody, let's show Cruise Nets a little support and be over there at 6 p.m. Central. That is what? Okay. Yep. I'll be there. Bill, thank you very much. Cruise Nuts premiere tonight. We got a video coming out this Wednesday as part of the Travel Talk series we started on this channel. That's right. You did start that Travel Talks. So again, awesome, awesome, awesome. Is this going to be the 2nd episode of Travel Talks or 3rd episode? If I missed one in between, I will have to go back today and catch up on one of the ones I missed. That says Mike and Rihanna Adventures. I cannot wait. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I cannot wait to update all of you guys with all of the shenanigans that take place with Brady and myself this week on the Luminosa. If I end up going live and it's a little fuzzy and I hop off, I do apologize. I do have some things scheduled and set up, so you guys don't miss me too much while I'm away. So I do have some content and there's some things planned to post while I'm on board, but I'm hopefully going to be posting as I'm on board to keep updated with you guys. But again, Mike and Rihanna says it will be our 3rd episode, so I will go back and watch episode number 2 to catch myself up. So again, everybody, thank you so much for spending an hour here with me to get updated in controversial cruisings, what's going on in this week. I will see you guys all on the YouTube streets. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support. Thank you to everybody who ends up watching on the replay. And I hope to see you guys this Wednesday. I will see you guys. Take care. Bye.